Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Assassin's Creed. So as you all know, Naval is 100% in this next Assassin's Creed game in some way or another because of the Naval mission in the DLC that you get for pre-ordering the game. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit how I think the Naval will work in Assassin's Creed Origins and how I think it's going to affect the game. So without further ado guys, let's get straight into the video. So as I said before, we know that Naval is 100% going to be in this game because of the DLC Naval mission that we get for pre-ordering the game. And I'm not talking about the random boats you get while traveling around in the open world of the game. I'm talking about a proper dedicated naval system with combat and all that good stuff. Now we know that the Black Flag team is developing this game, so we can be sure that 100% it's going to be a good naval system. Of course it won't be anything similar to Black Flag at all because Assassin's Creed Origins is set around 1,700 years before Black Flag, so obviously they're not going to be as advanced in like naval combat and all that good stuff, because obviously in Black Flag it was pirates and there were cannons and all that good stuff, whereas in Assassin's Creed Origins it's not going to be so, you know, in your face explosions and boarding people. It's going to be more just trying to survive and using rams and most likely fire arrows as well to do lasting damage on enemy boats. The main reason why I think it's going to be more ram based is because in the trailer we actually see a boat and on the front there is a huge ram on it, so you know it's probably going to be one of the main weapons that you used in the game, because obviously there were no gunpowder cannons and anything like that, and there were mainly just kind of very primitive combat methods such as rams and also fire arrows that I mentioned previously. Obviously the boats are going to be made out of wood, so fire is going to be a good weapon to use against other wooden boats as well. I don't really know what other weapons are going to be available to use in the game in terms of naval combat, but I'm sure there's definitely more than just ramming and fire arrows. Maybe you can even board other people's boats, I have no idea, but I really doubt that feature will be in the game because it doesn't strike me as something that Bayek would do as a Medjay. He doesn't care really about boarding other people's ships and taking their shit, he just kind of cares about killing the people that are threatening the people of Egypt. I think there will be smaller boats because large ships I don't think were used for combat back in ancient Egypt. They were mostly used for transporting goods and not for combat. I may be wrong in saying this, but I feel like because Bayek is a one-man team, he won't have a whole crew on this boat that he needs to go on. It would just be singular little combat boats that you can pick up anywhere you want, you know, travel around little bits of the Mediterranean and, you know, fight various different Templar ships or whatever the enemy is in the game, instead of having a huge boat or a huge ship that you can use, because I think that requires too many people and Bayek doesn't want to have to meddle with loads of different people, so he will most likely use a much smaller boat. Also, something that I can't stress enough to the people that aren't sure on this naval in this game, I think it's a gimmicky thing, the naval will not be an integral part of the game like in Black Flag. It'll be more of a side activity for you to do or something that's there for you to pick up whenever you want to. There'll most likely only be a few missions in the main story that actually require you to use a boat, whereas in Black Flag the whole game was kind of based on that. This game is kind of more about land gameplay, whereas there is also naval gameplay on the side as well if you do choose to do that, which I think is very, very interesting. I think it's really, really cool, and you know, they're not pushing it, they're not forcing you to do it, which is something I've noticed a lot in Assassin's Creed Origins. You know, there's many things in the game that many people don't like, so they don't force you to do it. They don't force you to use these various different features, and I do think that is very, very cool. Anyway, that's all I've got to talk about concerning the naval in Assassin's Creed Origins. I wanted to keep this video quite concise because obviously it's going to be a very small feature of the game, and we haven't got an awful lot of information on it so far. If we get any more information, I obviously will be covering it too, and I just find it quite interesting as a feature in the game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more gaming news and content in the future, and also remember to comment down in the comment section below telling me what you guys think of the naval in this game and how you guys think it's going to be. If you guys have any extended knowledge on the different ships and navals and stuff like that in ancient Egypt, be sure to let me know in the comment section below and correct any mistakes I made in this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.